Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Todd and Erin daily stream, looking over the Wasatch Front at the Ochre Mountains. We've suddenly realized we've had 4 or 5 friends come and stay with us over the last month and a half. And here's something from our deck that we always have to point out. And it's not the mountains, and it's not the valley.
What are we pointing out?
We always have to point out, I'm going to say right about...
You're using a pointer?
No, a chopstick.
I see.
Right about here, we have to say this is the Kennecott open pit mine.
The one you can see from space. I still remember that from a field trip when I took when I was in elementary school.
It's the largest open pit mine, and then all of a sudden stupid facts start coming out of my face, and I can't stop them. The byproduct of copper mining, by the way, which is a 3% yield, which keeps it open, is gold and silver. As a matter of fact,
those are nice byproducts.
That gold and silver is also made in 2000, made the Olympic gold medals.
See how beautiful that is.
The truck tires.
You can't stop yourself, can you?
Truck tires stand 35 feet high, and they run constantly, 24/7. 365 days a year.
I think you might have taken that field trip tour one
too many times. Should I stop now? Because I can't.
For the best, please.
I can't.
Okay, let's go to the video before he has more information.
Once again, I was just pointing out, it's just like right.
Thank you. Move on.
Right in there. Yeah.
You ready for this?
Casserole people.
We've never been casserole people, have we?
I have.
They look tasty.
They are tasty. Every time I go someplace, the casseroles are amazing, and for some reason...
We've never been casserole people.
I have cooked for a long time for a lot of people, and I have never made a casserole. So I was on the phone with my friend Jen, and Jen said, well, all you do is this is what she told me. Okay. And
so we're not printing off a recipe or anything? We're just...
Oh, pshaw. This is... from memory.
This is going to be awesome.
And I had a glass of wine when I talked to her.
So it gets better and better, okay.
Four of these. Did you grow up having casseroles? Because you had six kids.
My mom's a nutritionist. We had casseroles.
Did you?
We didn't ever have those casseroles that you have on Thanksgiving.
1.
Where they crumble potato chips on top.
2.
We never had any of those.
3.
We didn't even have funeral potatoes now that I think about it.
4, I think.
Yeah. She did like vegetarian.
I think that's what she said.
Base. You don't know how many?
No, I'm just guessing. Okay, do that. Give me the black cup there. We're going to do a chicken and rice casserole. And here's the rice.
That's...
roughly a cup.
That's your I could just try the official cup measurement because that's way more than a cup.
That's covered with milk. All right.
I could just try it off for you, baby.
Nope, can't. Gotta move in the kitchen. So anyway, yeah, I grew up and I don't remember, except for macaroni and cheese that was done in a casserole thing. That's the only thing I can remember.
That's tasty. I know.
Get to work.
Are we?
The whole thing.
It's not like we're prejudiced.
And if you haven't seen this yet, opening the can gave some blood to the organization here.
He didn't. No, there's no blood in
Spatula.
this. Cream of chicken condensed.
Well, they're not eating it. They don't care.
No, but they obsess. We've talked about this before. Remember the cooking of the... Oh, sorry for clunking. Remember the cooking of the car episode?
Yeah.
Oh, there was complaints.
There were complaints.
I
okay.
thought maybe that one was unwarranted.
Stir that up gently.
Next time, maybe a bigger bowl would be more helpful.
A pan. I'm not sure what size it is.
Yeah, next time let's bigger bowl. I'm trying any, otherwise it's going to spill.
That's fine. So when you're feeding 6 people, what would be a typical dinner for you guys?
I remember pork chops.
Pork chops
and
are
my
cheap.
mom was a dynamite baker, so we always had that fantastic bread with the sunflower seeds in it.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, that was so good.
Right. You feeling good about this?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you have desserts?
Not many.
My dad had ice cream, but we couldn't touch it. It was in the freezer.
My dad was like that too.
What a bastard.
Get out! Seriously? We had the forbidden cupboard too that was only for Dad.
Well, he kept it in the freezer, but it had his name on it. And we thought
at lunch at the office?
At home. And he was in the military, so why do you want to screw with that stuff?
Yeah, no, you never know where
so
there's
you're
weapons.
good here. You're good here. Okay. All right, so what you do now is, according to the phone call, get rid of that. That's good. And what I did was, this is going to be messy.
Yeah, I mentioned that. It's kind of a large
So,
bowl.
do you know those 10-pound bags of chicken quarters you can get? Now, I get these at Lucky's every once in a while. They're on sale. So, 10 pounds of chicken costs you $4.70, which is awesome. But what do you do with them? Well, you boil them down, and then you tear them apart, and then you make this stuff.
You take all the little bones out because those are chokables. You know?
That's what you get your hands in there, and you do it. So now, what we're going to do
That was
is
before
we're
the
going to
cut,
take
just
this.
in case you were wondering.
We're going to take this,
Oh, so
and we're going to pour
carefully.
this in here.
Oh, so carefully, so carefully, so carefully.
Oh, the rice is gloppy. There we go.
Let me get you another.
Well, you just
Spatula.
smooth it out a little bit. Now I've washed my hands, so this will be gross.
Several times. He did sterilize, I promise.
Okay, so you put,
Interestingly, the guys who watch never criticized this, but it was the women who went, what's in your hand? What has your hand been in?
always check my nails when I do this. So you put the layer of the chicken in like
Sure.
this. Now this is going to cook at 350.
Preheated?
I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Did she tell you what temperature to cook it at?
No, she didn't. She was drinking wine too.
Okay.
Okay, so
And the chicken goes up. Now, will there be cheese on top of this?
no, because Zoe doesn't like cheese.
Well, we
And
could
if
put some on a corner
and
without
if-
cheese for her.
Do you have some?
Yes.
Get it.
It's in the freezer. I don't know how that's going to impact your tastiness, though.
Okay, this is really well organized. Now, a couple of things I want to do before you do that. Little garlic salt. Just a little bit. Over the
We
top.
might have to send this to our millennial nieces because I don't think they've ever made a casserole.
Have they
either.
ever cooked? And
I
this
can't
is just,
guarantee that.
this is garlic and pepper.
Jenny's the only one that I know of our nieces that
Oh, man.
I can conclusively say has cooked. The rest of them, I'm pretty sure I'm not. No.
Sprinkle it well. So, our first,
what did you use?
go,
Red pepper?
go.
Well,
Yeah, you're good.
what else did you use for seasoning? Did you tell them?
Yes, I did.
What did you say? Because I didn't hear it.
I said stuff. They know.
Really?
Yeah,
You said stuff. That is. Okay.
Now, here is the finishing point, which I'm really excited about. That looks good.
Are we really doing breadcrumbs?
We're going to do breadcrumbs on the top.
Okay. Are we breadcrumb people?
We are now.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
That is our casserole.
Our very first, high fives, our very,
Sorry, you hurt.
no, our very first,
I just high-fived your cut finger. I just felt
yeah,
bad
no,
about
it
it.
was good. It was good. So, is there too much liquid? Is there not enough? Will the rice cook? Did we move the rice around?
I flattened out the rice, yeah.
Okay, good.
There's a lot of
so
liquid.
what will happen? We're going to find out coming up next. Okay. Am I worried?
Yeah, kind of. I put the cheese in just hoping it might act as a binder because I'm a little concerned. With
We have to cover this
It's not gonna
tightly.
hold up.
Oh, I just remembered the other part. Have to cover it tightly with tinfoil. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Voila.
I'm going to say this.
My first chicken casserole.
I'm going to say this. I thought it was disgusting when we put it together. I was concerned when you put it in the oven that it would overflow. And our
Then I took it
oven
out
would
of the oven
explode.
because we forgot about the vegetables. The mixed frozen vegetables.
I know later you went, isn't there something else in this?
Wouldn't there be?
And here's the funny thing, and you use the old school cheesy mixed vegetables like with the little cubed carrots and one
Yeah.
like bird's eye or something.
Yeah.
No, they're not sponsoring us. I just mentioned that. But so yeah.
All right,
But
so
I
put that
haven't-
over there.
It smells
First
really
of all,
good.
I have to tell you, the density of this is like 2 gallons of milk. Carrying 2 gallons of milk in from the store from your car. That's what this is. All right, put that over. It's like for miners, and engineers and builders of girders with buildings and Eiffel Towers.
Uh-huh.
All right, and this is what it looks like here. So, let me just taste it. Everybody just taste it. It's really good. All right. All right.
I'm not caving this time with my mouth full.
Not yet. Okay. All right. This is what I would do. This is what Erin likes to do after every party or every event. She sits down and she goes, how do you think it went? And then she talks about relationships, and then she talks about, oh, so-and-so seems so happy. Isn't that nice? And right? And we go through this whole thing. And unless I answer, she keeps going. All right. Here's my recap on my messy, unregulated chicken casserole. Too much rice. Not enough liquid.
I think you ended up with like 4 cups of rice in each one, and I think you were visualizing.
I think they've seen the video. They know.
Okay.
It was 2 cups of rice. But
No, it wasn't. You used a mug, which is not a cup. It's like a cup and a half. Use a measuring.
You say cup, I say mug. What?
All right,
so,
go on.
what I would do with this, the only change I would make is I would make up a pot of cream of chicken soup, and I would put a ladle of it on this serving right here.
Make it just a little moister.
A little moisture, and that would be perfect.
That is really surprisingly good.
I know. It is
I'm
good.
not gonna lie, because you know I don't like stuff like this, but this is freaking delicious.
We are having this, like I said, this is sturdy food. Plus, when you make it up and you haven't cooked it yet, you put it in the freezer, and there you go.
Who are you?
I have no idea.
You are my Pinterest-worthy husband. That's who you
All
are.
I know, I've started putting my name on the bottom of pans and stuff
Yes.
when we go to the ward.
And not even just collared.
No.
It's Todd collared,
phone
because they're
number.
like, well, Erin, it couldn't be hers. So.
With a phone number, and when we've gone to events at the ward and stuff like that, it's just like I was taught by them. You're getting your pan back.
The PTA has taught us much.
All right, you guys have a great day.
That was really good.
This is good. Oh, I get a kiss. It's
That was
got a
tasty.
1-kiss ratings. Okay, well, we're gonna eat the rest of this. We'll see you later.
That really, and I'm not gonna lie.
I'm eating a bite.
Because you know I don't like this kind of stuff, and this is tasty.
I think I'm right about the ladle of.
It might have had a little bit, but this is really nice.
I don't know.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com.
The flood is coming. The guy who built that ark, and where was that? He bought
It
the.
was Tennessee, and then he had to go for flooding insurance.
He was suing for flood damage. We need one of those.
An arc or flood damage? Because
Yes.
we're getting both.
We're getting both.
Is this seriously time to do the sandbags again?
Well, soon some people will be gathering sandbags because the National Weather Service has put out flood warnings for Tooele valleys. Cottonwood Creek, Little Cottonwood Creek, is expected to approach flood stage Thursday.
Little Cottonwood, which is today, Little
Yeah.
Cottonwood Creek encompasses a really broad stretch of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Wow.
Were you here during the big flood down Main Street or State Street?
Yeah,
I wasn't here.
it was awesome. They had a picture of a guy kayaking, and people were catching fish off State Street. It was epic.
So wish I was here then.
It was fun.
Now, the only good news is all around the state, the water has done great things. Do you know the Great Salt Lake is up 2.5 feet, which is good for absolutely nothing.
Well, no, the boaters are enjoying it.
They have the boat
And all
ramps.
the fishermen catching and all the people who are swimming and doing
But
and the water skiing.
no, no, it's way
The
too.
boaters are enjoying it.
The boaters and Antelope Island, their ramps are open again, which is kind of cool. Lake Powell.
This is the one that I love because it has been
I want you to
depressing
think
going there
about this.
recently.
I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the size of Lake Powell and the Colorado going into it. Mm-hmm. It is rising 6 to 15 inches a day.
That is awesome.
They're warning people. They say park your vehicles. There's some places where you can car camp and stuff, and there's warning people. They're saying park like 300 yards back from the
Come
water.
back from a day of jet skiing and your car's underwater.
and
you're
your
like,
car's
"Look at that."
underwater and stuff's floating away and stuff. So anyway,
And they said all the GPS stuff doesn't work in the same way
It's
because
the-
everything's underwater. Which is good because anyone who's been down there, it's been depressing. I mean, there's a lot of ramps you couldn't use, and it's gone so far down that it's all sort of glucky. And
bullfrog, they're dancing right now.
yeah.
They're so happy. We had a place down there, a houseboat down there for 4 years. Loved it so dearly, and when the water started dropping, it broke our little hearts.
no, this is going to be awesome. So this is good.
So this is good.
It was
All right.
worth all the rain for the entire month.
One more thing. Can I do one more thing?
Yes, of course you can.
One more thing.
You're just environmental Todd today.
I am.
Environmental
So
Todd.
let me just say this: the lake, the Great Salt Lake, has come up 2.5 feet. We were here, and I was on the radio when our station had to build a dike around itself because we're in North Salt Lake, across from the Great Sewage Treatment Plant that we used to call the Great Sewage Treatment Plant. And there was carp and there was pelicans.
And didn't the rats come and visit when the water started rising?
Every rodent for 10 square acres came into our building to nest.
That was the old Kiss of 97 building, right?
Oh my gosh, thank God it burnt down. So anyway, the point being is that I was thinking
That's
about
not
this.
environmental Todd.
Uncle Norm's pumps. Do you remember?
Governor Norm Bangerter, he did the pumps for the Great Salt Lake, which were insanely expensive.
We had that big thing, and I think there's 4, and they're jet propelled, and they're huge, and they're out there, and they cost $250,000 a year to maintain, and they're sitting there just waiting for the water.
For how many years now?
A lot of years.
15 something, and they were never used, right?
Never turned on. But they were going to move so much water that they were going to lower the lake because we were suffering so much damage from it. And anyway, so Uncle Norm's pumps.
Still there. It's like a monolith.
Still waiting. Still waiting.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool.
That's the environmental corner from me.
Well, mine sounds kind of shallow now. It's the Pay Your Age Build-A-Bear episode. Now, if you
Oh, no,
remember
not
this,
again.
If you remember this from last year, essentially you could go to Build-A-Bear, which can be spendy, and you can build a bear for your age, which was like super cheap. And so people were wigging out. They went down to Fashion Place Mall, and it was like...
So you're 6 years old.
You pay $6. If you're 36, you pay $36.
Okay.
So it was pandemonium, as you can imagine. And there was a line that snaked around the mall, and people were like, why am I not in Building My Bear? Because they're all like, because 1,000 trillion other people are trying the same thing.
It's crazy.
It did not work out well.
Why are they doing this again?
Build-A-Bear was not popular. This time they're doing it differently. They're handing out tickets. Only 200,000 nationwide, which is different because last year over 5 million people tried to participate. It is a much smaller window.
Which chocolate bar do I buy to get my golden ticket?
Oh, there's no chocolate bars.
How do you get a ticket?
You have to go to Build-A-Bear website, which is just buildabear.com. Go there. You can sign up to win a ticket. Make sure that you sign up by June 16th. And ideally, you will get the golden ticket and the cheap Build-A-Bear.
And not a punch in the face like happened.
Last year was not pretty. I mean, you would not think a stuffed animal would cause so much rage.
They were hitting each other.
Well, you know what? If you're out in the sun with like 3 kids who are all wailing...
You don't hit people.
Never.
No.
What I'm saying is you're out there in the sun, but you become a little crazy. This is when I would just take the kids and buy them any level of sweets that would get them into the car.
Just move them away.
Because it's just like nothing is worth that. I'm sorry.
I am with you on this.
Okay, this is interesting. What would it take for you to report your kid to the police?
Excuse me?
What would it take for you to report your kid to the police? Now, you and I have had long discussions about this, especially about teaching.
Wait, let's think about this.
And my family has a ton of teachers in it, and we've always been upset by this trend where parents sue a parent of a teacher of harassing their kid when they call them in to go, your kid's not doing this right, and let's help him.
So it's a parent, as opposed to taking the teacher's side, to take the kid's side.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of, my kid's perfect, my kid can do no wrong, because maybe mentally it reflects on you. And it's true, there's times that our kids have screwed up. I felt like it showed what a bad parent I was.
Right.
I got defensive.
I think it would have to be something monumental.
For you to turn your child in?
I mean, I could sit with my child and straighten out some issues, but it would have to be...
There's an Eagle Mountain mom who was amazing. Utah County Sheriff's Office posted this huge thing of all of these pictures of destruction. I mean, it was church meeting houses, city park, really ugly graffiti. Really ugly graffiti. I don't have to go into it, but the point is someone vandalized a lot. It was brutal.
Right.
And they posted all these pictures saying, if you have any information, will you please contact us? Because this is serious.
Oh, no.
The mom saw it on Facebook, and she recognized, I'm not sure if she recognized...
He's probably practiced
the images,
he's probably practiced in his garage. He's probably practiced his style someplace, and she saw it.
Mm-hmm. And she went, that's my boy. She turned him into the police.
Oh.
She said, I believe this is my son. And her son, of course, was taken in, and he gave up the rest of the kids who were involved.
Right.
And they're going through the process. But I think this is, apparently there were several areas too, not just those two. So they nailed down a lot of different cases. But I keep thinking
Oh
about
my gosh.
what it would take to do that. But I think this mom is amazing because it's like you could have, the thing the police talk about a lot is that if you're letting them get away with a certain level and then they realize, oh, well,
Right.
that's not bad. I can
Right.
do this or I can do this. And then you're all of a sudden at a point where it's like you don't know what happened to your kid.
And a lot of times, the kids are following. This is what happened to me when I was a kid. I followed the wrong kid. That's it. I followed the wrong kid. And boy, did I get in trouble.
You know what? But you didn't follow the wrong kid anymore, did you?
No, I
So
didn't.
that was impressive to me. I think she's a really amazing, tough mom. And there was some criticism about it, and I'm like, she did absolutely the right thing.
This is true.
Okay, this is pretty sweet. Have you talked about the clean air yet?
I'm looking across the valley as we speak. I'm going to cough, but this is from allergies, not from pollutants.
Once again, environmental talk.
So I'm looking across. Looks kind of hazy.
It doesn't look bad, actually.
It's not dead clear. It just looks kind of hazy. But the Environmental Protection Agency
You can actually see most
once
of it, though.
again has stepped in.
Do we suck as hard as
we
usual?
got the National Weather Service helping us out. We got the Environmental Protection Agency helping us out. And they say our air is getting better.
Finally, because we have sucked so hard nationwide for so long.
People, businesses, government, favorable weather, all these different things. The inversion was less of a problem in the last few years as it has in the past, as it has been in the past. And so we are managing to start to make a dent in the air quality.
So there's slow improvement. It's not perfect,
Right.
but there is improvement.
But that's good news.
No, that's really good news because it seemed like the way it was going the other way was unstoppable.
No,
How
we
bad
have
it was
the idle free zones. We've got all these different things. People are taking public transportation. We have the scooters now. That's all I'm going to say.
There's always a scooter
There's
or a
always-
bicycle.
Always a scooter.
This
There
is
you go.
like the saddest and most awful
This,
thing.
we want to end with this.
Well, you and I have both been hit by lightning.
Yes.
You were sitting on a guardrail. I was actually lying in bed. It was a metal bed.
Let me clarify this. That wasn't even our honeymoon. I was sitting on a guardrail.
And you think it was...
in Maine, in Maine, and the lightning hit miles up this guardrail, and I was sitting on
So
it.
there was some dispersal and whatever random thing came out of the power plug and onto the bed was nowhere
From
near...
yours. It
was nowhere near the ferocity of what you think
No.
a real lightning strike was.
Right.
But you think about those big safari amusement parks like down in
Love
Florida.
those. I've seen those.
Countless acreage.
And you drive through them.
Beautiful, majestic animals walking
Animals
around.
out on their own.
Now, there's many shelters for said animals, but it's not like you can go, you get back in the house right now.
For, like, shade and
Because
stuff.
the giraffe will go, I'm a giraffe. I don't have to do
What
what you
does
tell
this
me
have
to
to
do.
do with lightning?
They had a huge storm down in Florida
No, don't.
at the park, and one lightning strike killed 2 giraffes at the same time. And they even held off confirming it until that went through the pathology tests, and sure enough,
That's what did it.
a 10-year-old female Lily and a 1-year-old male Gioni died.
I don't think you need to say any more details. Huh?
And they're sitting here going, we will do anything to protect our animals, but we're not sure how
We
we...
can't herd giraffes.
Stop that.
I'm not laughing.
That is like the worst timing ever, those poor things.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. See, all the advantage of eating the taller leaves
Yeah. There's
Was
sometimes
then
you don't want to be the
suddenly
tallest thing in the park.
taken away and they don't crouch well.
No, there's none of that.
Well, we'd like to end our show with that today.
No, let's do something cheerful. Father's Day. We've only got one more day to give away nothing bundt cakes.
All right.
That's either one of the big fat cakes or you can get a dozen buntinis, whichever you wish.
Make your dad big and fat.
So, nothing wrong with that. So, all you need to do is do the code word since you've endured to the end of the
I've
show.
got it.
Thank you.
I've got it. Dad bod. Because that's what it's going to look like when you eat all the cake by yourself.
There's some sacrifices worth it. Nothing but cake.
Is that okay, Dad bod?
Dad bod is good.
B-O-D.
Dad bod. Just write that down. That enters you to win the cake from Nothing But Cakes. I will call the winner tonight or send you a message on Facebook.
Some people
Just-
say it's sexy.
Just make a comment in the show below today.
I hope I win. Hope I win.
I don't think we can enter since we're giving it away.
Crap. It's been this way for 30 years.
See you tomorrow. I know all the good stuff, and we're like, you won.
Here's a trip to Mexico.
We can
Here,
never win any of that.
You're
but
going to the
that's-
Baja
here's
for a great thing. You're doing
$100,000.
this. And there's
Can't have any
10
of that.
grand. This
Send
and like
you the
this. And we
Olympics.
get crap.
We're gonna go home.
But we do have you.
See?
Bye.
It all evens out.